Hello, Algebra 2. Today we're going to do notes 27 and homework number 28. So we're going to do today add and subtract rational expressions with different denominators. We call those unlike denominators. So at the top of your paper on notes number 27, the essential question is, how is a common denominator of a rational expression determined? And at the end of this video, you should be able to say that you can factor denominators so that you can find a common denominator of both fractions. And you can find the common denominator by choosing the greater set of factors as the common denominator. Tonight's homework is 4 problems, and they're going to appear at the end of this video. Okay. So I want you to just listen for a minute, pay close attention. I'm going to review something that's important. So this is adding and subtracting fractions back from when you were in elementary school. And I just want to show you something. Pay attention, please. So I'm going to look at 21, and I'm going to break that into 7 times 3. The idea of adding and subtracting fractions is you must have the same denominator. So what you do is you multiply by what's missing. That's what you do. You multiply by what is missing. And in this case, whoops, sorry. What is missing is a 3. It has a 7, so we're going to multiply tops and bottoms by what's missing, which is 3. So then I'm going to do that and put it over here. So 4 times 3 is 12 in the top. 3 times 7 is 21 in the bottom. Then I'm going to bring over the plus sign, and then I'm going to bring over the other fraction. And that's how you create a common denominator. And now since they're like denominators, we have 21, 21. So remember how I said same, same, same. You just bring the 21 over, and then you just add the top. 12 plus 5 is 17. Okay. So the idea that I want you to be thinking about here for when we start adding in x's is this idea. Multiply by what is missing. So 77 is 7 times 11. So on this fraction, we're going to multiply by what is missing. That's it. It's what you do to make a common denominator. So in this case, 11 is missing. So I'm going to multiply by 11 on the top and the bottom. So I'm going to bring over the first fraction, 42 over 77, the minus sign. And then I'm going to do the math. 2 times 11 is 22 over 77. Now I have same equals same. Put 77 there. And then 42 minus 22 is 20. And that's our final answer. Now, as soon as I start adding in x's and things, it's going to be the same idea. Multiply by what is missing. Watch this next one. So this is called the least common multiple. I'm going to use it to show you how to find a common denominator. So again, I want you to just watch and listen because we'll be practicing this in a minute. When you make your common denominator, you want to go to the bigger. All right, so see how we went bigger? We went to 77, not the 7. We went to 21, not the 7. So you want to go to the bigger. So I'm going to use 21. And it already has the 3 inside. And then out of x and x squared, you go bigger. So my common denominator is 21 and the x squared. Because x already is inside x squared, 3 is already inside 21. So you want to choose the bigger items. 21 being bigger than 3, x squared being bigger than x. Okay? Now, when you have a problem where you have to factor, that's when you have x squared. And remember, this one we're going to put a 0 in the middle. Remember, it has to be 3 pieces to do the magic x. And you just watch here for a minute. So now we're going to go ahead and factor these to find the least common multiple. We're going to factor them to find the common denominator, okay? I filled in a hidden 1, multiply front and back, and again, you just need to watch. So if I were doing a quick magic x, it's what multiplies to 12 negative and gives me 1. Obviously, it's 4 and 3. In this case, it's going to be a negative 4. Oops, sorry, positive 4, negative 3. 4 minus 3 is 1, right? So x plus 4, x minus 3. On the other side, I'm multiplying that hidden 1 front and back. What multiplies to 16 negative and gives us 0? Obviously 4 and negative 4, because 4 minus 4 is 0. So x plus 4, x minus 4. Now I'm going to just take a second to erase my magic x. Okay, so to find the common denominator, you have 1 of everything. So, whoops, I need a pen. Hold on, you guys. Let me get back to my pen. Okay, so 1 of everything will be our common denominator. So I need an x plus 4. I need my pen to write. Come on, pen. My computer's acting a little funny. Okay, so x, let me try changing the page so I don't have to restart this video. Hold on just a second. See if it'll work now. Okay. Why won't it work? There we go. Sorry, I had to try something new. Okay, x plus 4, 1 of everything, x minus 3. I already have the x plus 4, so I just need x minus 4. All of this, would be what's called our common denominator. So we factor and we take 1 of everything. Just like we factored here, right? The 7 and the 3, and we needed 1 of everything. The 7 and the 3 is the 21. That's the common denominator. Okay? All right. Let's get started. So write down notes number 27. Hit pause on the video and copy down your steps. Okay, you should have copied down all of these steps in your notes. So you're going to, for add and subtract with unlike denominators, you're going to factor all the denominators. You're going to determine what the CD is, common denominator. So I'll be writing CD for common denominator. And then you're going to multiply the top by what is missing from the CD. So that's a big thing. Multiply by what is missing. And then you just add or subtract in the top and the numerator, and then at the end you cancel if you need to. Okay, this is something new, something brand new, so listen for a minute. So this is the main page. So I'm going to go over 4 problems that we will do in our notes today. I thought maybe it might be easy if you hit pause here and copy the problems with leaving space for your work, and then come back and I'll do all 4 of the problems. So I was just trying this as something new. So you can hit pause here. Make sure you leave space for your work. And I'm going to do each of these 4 problems. So hit pause. Okay, so these are going to be the 4 problems for your notes. This is number 1. So we're going to find f of x plus g of x. So I'm going to write down 2 over 21x plus 5 over 3x squared. Please write down CD off to the side. That's very important in my classroom. Write down CD. Okay, we're going to go big. So you're going to choose 21, not the 3. You want to choose the 21. And then we also want to choose the bigger of the x's. So x or x squared, you have to choose x squared. So your CD is the larger of the denominators. Now your step is going to be multiply the top by what's missing. So we're going to take these one at a time. So first I'm going to compare 21x with 21x squared. What is missing? Well, it's pretty obvious. And x is missing because x times x is x squared. So we're going to multiply by what's missing. Now we're going to look at 3x squared and compare it to 21x squared. What's missing? 7. So I'm going to multiply. Oops, sorry. I'm going to multiply by what's missing. Okay. So now the next step that I hit the wrong button. The next step that I want you to do is I want you to draw one line with the common denominator because I'm making it easy for you. And now we're just going to do the tops because our common denominator has to be 21x squared. Now we're going to do the tops. So right here, what is x times 2? 2x, right? 2x. X times 2 is 2 times x, 2x. Then the plus sign. Then I'm going to do this math. 5 times 7 is 35. So can we factor or anything with 2x plus 35? No, we can't do anything. So that's our final answer. Now you can also put it in parentheses if you like. This is fine as well. Okay. We multiplied the top by what was missing. Hit pause if you need a moment. So this one just shows either with parentheses or without, either way. Okay. All right. So now this one says find f of x minus g of x. So first we're going to write it down. Minus. Boy, I've been having trouble with this all day. It's when I put my hand down. I really do apologize, you guys. Okay. So we wrote it down. We need to decide, write down CD. It's one of everything. So I need x plus 2. I need x plus 5. I already have x plus 2, so I do not write it down again. So our common denominator is x plus 2 and x plus 5. We are now going to multiply by what's missing. See how important to listen to what I say? Multiply by what's missing. So let's compare. This denominator has all of the CD. Nothing's missing. This denominator is missing one, isn't it? It's missing the x plus 5. So on the right, by the 3, I have to multiply by what's missing, which is an x plus 5. Now, when you do that, every time you have a subtract, you have to draw the arrow. Don't forget you're multiplying by -3, okay? So now we can draw one bar. Oh, sorry, I forgot my parenthesis. And we can put our common denominator there. That's why we write it off to the side like this. That's very important to follow along with Miss Artover. I'm trying to show you like a procedure to always follow, okay? Okay, so on the top we had the 7x. We bring it down. Now we're going to multiply -3 times x is -3x. -3 times +5 because you're distributing, right? So -3 times +5 is -15. So you have to distribute the -3. So let me put that in there as a note for you. So it's -3. -3 distributed. So now we're going to add or subtract or combine like terms, right, on the top. So 7x's minus 3x's for our final answer. 7x minus 3x is just 4x. I knew that was going to happen because of that red dot. 4x. And I bring down -15, and I bring down my denominator. Now you have to check, can you factor the top anywhere? 4x minus 15? No, it's just 4x minus 15. You can leave it just like that, or you can choose to put parentheses around it if you like. either answer. Don't put both answers when we quiz on this. It's either the first one or the back one, okay? So with parentheses or without, I don't care. Either way. All right. Okay, gonna do another one. For some reason, it keeps switching to that laser pointer, so I apologize. It's still on laser pointer. To be on the pen. Okay, so we're going to do this one. We're going to add them. So 3 over x plus 1 plus 4x over x squared plus 6x plus 5. So step 1 is to factor with the magic x. So I have to factor this one. This one just gets parentheses. It's just x plus 1. So x squared plus 6x plus 5. Now normally these should be easy. It's what multiplies to 5 and gives you 6. I mean, the sum of this should become mental math. What multiplies to 5? 5 and 1. And adds to 6. So that's it. So I factored that. So I'm going to put it underneath as soon as my pen works. A lot of trouble today with my pen. Okay. X plus, what was it, 1? X plus 5. So I'm just going to wave that out. Now I'm going to do my common denominator. So write CD off to the side. Okay, one of everything. So I need x plus 1. I need a pen that works. Okay. Come on, pen. There we go. X plus 1. So I have that one. I have that one. I don't repeat it, and I need x plus 5. So there's my common denominator. And now I'm going to multiply by what's missing. Okay. Let me erase this one. So the one that has something missing is on the left, right? So this fraction has everything that's in the CD, but this one is missing the x plus 5. So I'm going to put x plus 5 on the top and the bottom. And then I'm going to get started. My common denominator goes in my final answer. And now I do the top. Distribute 3 with a pen. So we're going to distribute 3. Come on, pen. There we go. So this would be, oh, it keeps changing to that late red laser pointer. So it would become 3x plus 15. And then I'm going to bring down the positive, and I'm going to bring down the 4x plus 4x. So I multiplied by what's missing. And now I'm going to add up the top. So I keep the bottom. That's the one thing is students think they don't have to keep the denominator. You do. Keep that denominator all the way into the final answer. I always write it in first. So 3x's plus 4x's makes 7x's plus 15. And that's our final answer. What did we do on this problem? We multiplied by what was missing. Okay? We multiplied by what's missing. And then you just add or subtract the top. And remember, you got to factor to figure out what your CD is. Okay? Let's do one more. Okay, this one we're going to have to factor both denominators, so it's a subtract problem. So let's get it set up. So 5 over x squared minus 7x plus 6 minus 2 over, and when you have a minus, draw the little arrow because you got to remember it's a negative 2, okay? Squared minus 3x minus 18. Now we got to factor these both so that we can find the common denominator. So I'm going to do that off to the side. The first one is x squared minus 7x plus 6. What multiplies to 6 gives you a negative 7, right? Obviously 6 and 1. What kind of 6 and 1 gives you negative 7 when they're both negative? So this one's going to be x minus 6, x minus 1. I'm going to factor the other one. So it's a negative 18. That gives us negative 3. What multiplies to 18 and gives us a negative 3? It's got to be a 6 and a 3. So I need x minus 6, x plus 3 would give us negative 3, right? Negative 6 plus 3 equals that negative 3. So you got to watch your signs. So I need x minus 6 and x plus 3. Now we can find our common denominator. One of everything. I always start on the left side. So x minus 6, x minus 1, and you want to write CD. I already have x minus 6. I need x plus 3. So there's my common denominator. One of everything. Now I'm going to multiply the top by what's missing when I compare the two. So I'm going to start with a fraction bar. I'm going to put, as soon as that little laser pointer goes away, I'm sorry. There we go. I'm going to put this common denominator in the bottom. Oh, come on. I don't know, you guys. I don't normally have this kind of trouble. Today's just been a bit of a challenge, so thank you for being patient. Okay, so I put my common denominator, everything over here, I put in the bottom. And now I'm going to multiply the top by what's missing. So we factored these. I'm going to get them out of our vision. So we're comparing this compared to the common denominator. What is missing? Well, obviously the x plus 3 is missing. So I'm going to stick that right up on the top by the 5. Now I'm going to compare this one to the common denominator and figure out which one is missing. So x minus 6, x plus 3. This time it's the x minus 1, isn't it? It doesn't want to work. There we go. It's the x minus 1 that's missing this time, so I'm going to sneak that next to the 2. Let me get a little bit of room. So it was x minus 1. That's what's missing that time. And that's it. We're just going to have to do a little bit of distribute and put it up on the top. Okay? So let's go. Distribute. 5 to the x and 3 would make 5x plus 15. You're multiplying when you distribute. Be careful. This is really negative 2. So I have a lot of kids who like just put the negative there so they don't forget. It's a negative 2. So we're only doing the negative 2 to x and to the negative 1. So negative 2x. Negative 2 times negative 1 is positive 2. And now you're going to combine like terms in the top. Okay, so the next step is to combine like terms in the top. So 5x minus 2x is 3x. 15 plus 2 is 17, all over the common denominator. Yes, you do have to write it out. And that's your final answer. With or without parentheses. It's okay if you put parentheses there too, if you so choose to. Okay. Okay, that was example 4. Can it pause if you need a minute? So here's your homework. So there's 4 problems. They follow along exactly with the 4 examples from the notes. So they're similar. So give those 4 a try, you guys, and then upload to your digital workbook. Thank you very much. Have a great day.